Hey guys, and welcome to the IRC Elite League highlight show. It's season 3, it's round 1. Finally, the season is back. So much anticipation and so much excitement this brand new season. We have got a fantastic grid, one of the best in esports without a doubt. Last year we had 19 different drivers on the podium. We had 12 different winners. It will go some to beat that. Everybody starts on 0 points. Everybody has a fair shout at the championship. So let's take you through Season 3's runners and riders before we get into qualifying on the race. We'll have the return of the Mexican Christian Belko, a driver so quick in the Super League, at last gets his chance to test himself in the Elite League. He'll be partnered by Lucas. 2 podiums last year, could have been 2 victories, but they eluded him in Hungary and in Belgium. Will Season 3 finally see his time to win a race? In the Renault, Crazy Power, the Italian, 5 podiums yet to win as well. Can he finally break his duck in Season 3? And he'll be partnered by Yor, who won that incredible Belgian Grand Prix last season. 2 wins to his names, 3 podiums, a very quick driver, a very good Renault team. Haas will be the second season for Nosey in the Elite League. The Season 5 Super League champion struggled last season to get to grips with the car and the league. This season, can he do a better job? And he'll be partnered by the very quick Stam, the Greek driver, 31 years old, 1 podium to his name. That was a 2nd place in Russia. Had a good second half to the season. Looking forward to see what he can do. Alfa Romeo will see Lennon up from the reserves, will take a full-time seat. 1 podium in the Elite League, struggled at times, but at other times has been at the front of the grid. A fantastic starter, no doubt about it. And if he can get the start and the race right, he could well win his first race this season. He'll be partnered by the Flying Soz, the other Greek driver. Car number 9, 1 win to his name, that was in Russia. 3 podiums, a very good, consistent driver. Red Bull TTG Navy, the Dutchman is back, a super quick driver, 1 podium and 1 pole to his name, but my word, he has shown some real promise in a full season to his belt. Could see him as a championship contender as well as his teammate. The return of the Canadian Samster, 19 years old, 6 Elite League wins, 11 podiums, 268 career points for the Canadian driver. He will no doubt be a championship contender. He's usually a win or bust driver. He needs to improve in his consistency. McLaren, a possible another team to beat. Slimbo, Season 3 Super League champion, 5 wins to his name in Elite, but they were all in Season 1. Nothing in Season 2 last season. 13 podiums. Can he get his first win in over 2 seasons now? And he'll be partnered by the reigning Season 2 Elite League champion, Deneen. 4 race wins last year, 9 podiums, 272 points in his first season last season. Can the reigning champion keep hold of his crown? Williams is an interesting team. Jamie Wan, the Dutchman, a championship contender for so long. There's an old saying in sports, when you get your first win, you get the monkey off your back. It went the other way for Jamie. Tons of podiums, finally got his first win, and his form just dipped, and his championship campaign went with it. But can he, back with medium traction control and back with how he's used to racing, can he contend all season? He'll be partnered by Blaz, also now in his 2nd season in the Elite League. 1 podium to his name, struggled towards the end of last season, but we're hoping to bounce back strong. Toro Rosso, another sneaky good team this. Dan Murphy joined in the second half of last season, won the Most Improved Driver of the Year award, 1 podium to his name. A very good promise and a very good driver to partner BP 1999, the Dutch driver with his Bredin army watching out there. 6 podiums to his name. Another driver yet to win a race, but very much could be in the contention to win his first races of his Elite League career this season. Another very consistent driver. Mercedes, well, interesting team. Both drivers, most pole positions. Jonathan Cox, Super League, most poles there last year, making the step up from Super to Elite. Excited to see how he goes. And Jacob, most pole positions in the Elite League last season. 3 wins and 3 podiums to his name. If he can sort his consistency out, he could well be a championship contender as well. Racing Point, well, it's the 2 Super League driver rivals. Are You Racing, the Belgian driver, Elite League rookie, pushed not that bad all the way last season. Looks a really good prospect for the Elite League as well this season. And partnering him rivals the teammates, not that bad. The reigning Super League Season 6 champion making the step up. I cannot wait to see the two Racing Points going wheel to wheel, resuming their battle. Reserve drivers this year, we Hills are up, stepping down to a reserve seat. 2 wins last season, 6 podiums, and a fantastic record. It's TG, slightly struggled at times last year. Found the wall more than the checkered flag. 4 points to his name. He'll be looking to add on to that this season. Brand new driver, RC Sean. Belgian driver, 17 years old, making his complete debut this season. Interesting to see how he goes. And of course, the IRC legend, Andy, Super League champion, season 1 and 2. No wins yet in the Elite. 3 podiums. Looked good when he was racing last season. Round 1, Albert Park, Australia. One of the toughest tracks on the game. It's tight, it's tricky, it's a street circuit if you like. The walls are close in, the grass and gravel are there. You are punished for any mistake that you make around this track. Not many drivers like it because of that reason, but that's one reason we love it, and that is another reason why it provides a great race. Let's take a ride with one of the fastest drivers around the world on time trial on the PlayStation. Let's take a ride on a hot lap with Jacob.
Okay, so coming on to the main straight at Australia, going down to the first corner. I do apologise in advance, I've got a cold, but coming down to the first corner, breaking from 8th into 5th, trying to roll the car through. And coming up into this, into the next section, it's a long straight, another DRS zone, but we're going to be braking hard at the 100 metre board. Trail braking in is important, short shift into 3rd. Then coming into this section, just try and keep the momentum up and roll the car through. This wasn't one of my best laps, but it was a banker lap, if you can call it that. It's just pretty tidy in general, so throwing it in here, take onto a curve on the inside, ride it on the outside, but be careful because track limits is very strict there. Coming here, braking just where the 50 metre board is, turn in, hit the apex, ride that curve as well, but be careful not to steer and accelerate, otherwise you will go round. There's a variation of setup you can use here at this particular track, so we throw it in left and then 7th from right. We actually have a bit of a moment here with the age of steer, but this is what Kansas Park to run for a fast setup around Australia. Turning in, not very committed, but we're drifting out wide, carrying plenty of speed in here, dropping it down to 5th and I'll go down to 6th, braking in a straight line to this corner, try and hook it on the inside, miss the apex slightly there, and ruin this last section as it's all about keeping the momentum up. And coming on to the start finish line, I think that was 19.5.
Alright then guys, here we go. The season starts here. 21 rounds and we start in Australia. Coming up is the qualifying and race highlights. It was a humdinger. It lived up to expectations. It set the tone for the season. This is going to be great. Sit back and enjoy. The opening qualifying session to the new season would be an eventful one. Christian Belko, one of 3 drivers to hit the wall on his debut in the Elite League. It's TG, and not that bad, the reigning Super League champion would also find the wall and be out in Q1. Yor left it extremely late. He had a big scare as well. He, in the end, just managed to get out of Q1 at the death. It was RC Sean on his debut who topped the timesheets in Q1 with a very impressive performance. Massive shock in Q2 was Jonathan Cox, the Super League most poles last season. He struggled in Q2, couldn't set a time, and then when it mattered, invalidated his big lap. He would qualify 14th. A big shock for the Italian-English driver. Andy and BP would also be victims in Q2.
It's great to see RE race up there. It's great to see
Q3 and Jacob led the way again with a stunning 119.9.
On a corner. My goodness me, Colin McRae would be happy with that. It doesn't matter. He's on pole. He's done a 19.9.
An astonishing lap time. He had most pole positions last year in Elite League, and he set his stall early and secured pole position again. York also got on the front row. TTG Navy was up in sector 1 but couldn't continue it through, as in the end he had to settle for 4th place. RC Sean had a fantastic debut qualifying session there in 3rd. That is your grid for the opening round of the IRC Elite League. Sit back and enjoy what was an absolutely fantastic race.
We're going now. Now, Figures Murphy has left the session, unfortunately. We've got 5 sets right, and we're going. Oh, dear, there's all sorts going on there. And you can see that now Jacob has got a fast. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's Lucas. He's gone over. He It's gone over. That's a terrible smash then. Oh my goodness me, that's the Ferrari. It's gone already. I don't even know what happened there. Jonathan's gone. Jonathan is out of the race. There's a big smash. There's a big smash there. Yours out of the race. And also Jonathan's out of the race as well. And an awful start here in Australia. It's carnage, just like you said there, Dave. And Nosey there has gone flying through Thanos there. And now we've got Jamie who's dropping down the order as well. That's an appalling start here in Australia. Chaos all over the show at the moment then. And we're just on board then with Jamie then, as he's just gone by Nosey as he's dropped to the back of the field then. And my goodness, I don't even know how the Ferrari ended up on its upside down there. That was interesting. So I got your flag in 2, and that's a big old. That's not that bad. Who's gone as well. And there is.
And Belco's gone.
And it's been a very messy opening start here in Australia. Jamie has now just got by.
Due to many drivers being kicked out of the session or lagging and connection chaos, the race would be restarted with a new host, and finally the season would get started.
Here at the pit buildings there, and also the and everything else to go there. We got 4 sets of lights, we got 5, there's a pause, and we'll be racing in Australia now, and we are go, and it's a good start. Look at that, look at the wheel spin there, and Jacob there going a bit defensive, and Navy's already up in this 4th position already. Stallions up in the 4th position. Are you racing is flying through it? Oh my goodness me. And how are they all through? They're all through, I think. They are all through indeed. No, they're not, because we got a yellow flag in the background. That's a spinner. That's Jacob is gone. He is facing the wrong way in the Mercedes. My goodness me, the Navy takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. He's at 3 positions in 3 corners. My goodness me. And look at this, they fly through turn 5 position as they come down to 6th gear into turn 6 then. Navy, RU, Stam, Murphy, we got RC, Lucas is at 2 positions then. We got Crazy Power, Jamie, then we got BP, Jonathan is at 3 positions, then we got Blaz, not that bad, at 5 positions then in the racing point. Then we have Co-Andy, Nosey, Christian, then we got It's TG, and Jacob is all the way down the back then. So the second start has been absolutely appalling there for a pole sitter then as they fly through the second sector, and Arya Racing is all over the back of your no then, because now it's Stam then as there's a Ferrari in the wall, there's a Ferrari in the wall. It's Lucas are gone. Lucas the second racing.
And Belco's off.
And Balco's off as well. Oh my goodness me, and that is a shame. And look, but Jacob is just if we had a puncher there.
Virtual safety car, in contact at the back. I think Blazer just goes to the back of Jonathan Cox. Absolute supreme racing. What happened to Jacob? We just saw him facing the wrong way, and Lucas, who had such high hopes, finds himself in the wall, the first victim of the quick left right-hander. As Belco will pit for a new front wing, he'll get a free pit stop if this virtual safety car stays out. What a start.
What a start indeed then, and Jacob is going to be disappointed that he's down 15 positions. I
think, yeah, it's on the virtual, so Belco getting in and out, and now we are go. So Belco's turned up to perfection. He won't lose that much time at all, but TTG Navy, what a start. Lead, and look at RU Racing. Look at RU Racing, 3rd place on the soft tyres, of course. The 2 cars in front of him are on the mediums, so he's going to have the initial grip in these opening laps.
Oh my God, he is looking phenomenal in this league, isn't he? Of course, he made his debut back in the Super League in Azerbaijan, didn't he? Unfortunately, that was a bit of a low point for you racing. I think he went to the side of Harry, didn't he, in his opening race? But since then, he is really took it upon his stride. He is a racer, isn't he? He's a fantastic racer as well. Look at that, we've got a bit of a queue, haven't we, at the moment? As Navy has got an 8/10 of a second gap already. DRS is not available until the end of the front lap, and that was standing there just steaming in as well. And oh my goodness me, is that Williams there? That wasn't Williams having a good old look there at Jonathan. It is Blaz on Jonathan.
Back at the front.
And Jamie doing a cracking job there as well. We're on board then with Blaz as I think he was having a good old look down into turn 15. Is he going to have a look? No, not quite. Not that bad at the moment in this train. That's a big old train there, isn't it? I think Jan will truly be happy with that train. And we're now coming into turn 3 then. Look at that, that's a second already between himself and they've got Jamie there flying by the newbie of RC, and we've got Crazy Power and BP going side by side. He's going on the outside.
Two best mates here. BP on the soft tyres, barging his way past the Italian driver. Good stuff from BP. He's on a charge up 3 places. The soft tyre, the softer grip
really having the advantage at the moment because Jamie is flying up 4 places as well. They've got to make these tyres work now before they start wearing the next couple of laps, and the soft tyre drivers will start getting the advantage. Are You Racing will be looking at you down into turn 13 coming up.
And wow, it's like all over the back with the BPR is going to go wild. They are going wild because he's on the outside, and is RC going to brake later? And they're both looking up. That is a fantastic move. That's a cracking move.
Wow. Around the outside, BP, what a charge from the Dutchman, the young Brennan. Now behind his Dutch counterpart, Jamie in 5th, but the soft tyre drivers really struggling. Crazy Power also finding himself going backwards. Blaz up to 10th place in a fantastic job.
In the Ferrari, this time he's in the yellow Renault, car 14. We're on board with him. We got some action.
He's gone! He's gone!
Who's that?
Oh
my goodness, he's come back on the track there, and that is it. RC is out of the race. Stan has got a Crazy Power has got as well. Oh no!
My word.
Oh, and that's a Force India going. That's a racing point going off the track. It's not that bad coming off the track. Oh my goodness me! And look, that's a Haas. That's a Haas of a Stan and Crazy Power and RC. Oh my goodness me!
How is that not a safety car, Sean? How is that not a safety car? So RC Sean just locked and he collected everybody with him. He had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to control that. But how did Jamie and co miss? And I cannot believe that's not a safety car.
That's outrageous.
What Eric said in the comments. I've just realised that Jonathan Cox on the hard tyres up in 8th place. So was not that bad until he got caught up in an accident. That's a real shame because Jonathan Cox not that bad. We're looking at great
so talking to Jonathan.
Cox is out.
Oh, he's gone. It's the same place. It's turn 12. We just need to put a permanent camera there, don't we? Jonathan, who was just having that, we were just complimenting of how amazing race he was having, and he's out of the race as well. It's all going off here at the moment here in Australia, and oh my goodness me! And Knowlesy, Co-Andy, and Jacob are very close together at the moment. This is battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Then we are down to 13 cars in this race. 18 started. We're down to 13, and we are only 6 laps old of this season. And you can see Jacob is all over the back of Co-Andy at the moment, and it's kind of old school versus new school, isn't it? As a Murphy and a Jamie are battling away, going down into the Brundle turn there. Blas is also all over the back of BP as well, and then we also got this free car battle as well.
Last year, as well in the points as could be having a go here.
And Crazy Power has left the session. Knowlesy, I think, kissed the wall outside of turn 10 there, and he really compromised himself. And look at Jacob, he's pushing him, and Yoris up in the 2nd position as well. We're looking at a bit because Jacob has moved past Co-Andy and up into 8th position. An absolutely outstanding manoeuvre there from Jacob there.
Oh, and it's TG in the wall. It's TG, another car in the wall at the fast chicane. Trying to recover. He's only damaged his front wing, thankfully for him, but that'll be a pit stop. And Jacob back into 8th place, charging through. Do not write him off yet. Looking to 7th place. What a recovery drive.
Ooh, and he's going for it. No, I don't think he had DRS there. That's a lunge, isn't it, from Jacob? He is up into 7th position there. That's a cracking move. I don't think he had DRS there, but Jacob there was just had so much more speed. I think that underlines the tyres life, doesn't it? Or is that just Jacob's speed?
Yeah, BP may pit because he's dropped right off the... In fact, he is pitting. He's the first to jump. His race is really now struggling. Is he pitting? Yes, he is.
And Jamie doesn't pit though. That's interesting, isn't it? So Jamie stays out. RE Racing comes into the pits then, and of course there's what tires is he going to go on? Is he going to go on the medium tire or the hard tire? The medium tire is the yellow striped compound tire, or is it the white striped hard tire?
Let's take a look. It's going to be the white height. It's going to be the white hard, surely.
It is.
Unless they're going to stop it, but Are You Racing there on the hard? I'm pretty sure Dan Murphy will follow suit. No, it's soft for Dan Murphy. Is that a 2-stop? Sorry, medium. Sorry, beg your pardon. Medium tyres for Dan Murphy. Is that a 2-stopper? And Blaz has done the same.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Wow, that's very... Will they jump BP? And yes, they have. So BP couldn't get his tyres warmed up.
That's a long old way as well, isn't it? So into Formula 1 terms, so the hard tyres not warming up. He has got on the hard tyres, and that should be him done to the end. So yeah, Jacob then is in and out, and let's see where he's going to feed out. Murphy's in front of him. What about Blas? There's Blas in front of him as well. So I think he's going to feed in between Blas and BP, and indeed he does there. So we'll see what Jacob's progress is from now to the end of the race. But he shouldn't need to stop again. They come into turn 6 then. And you can see then, look at how much time that Are You Racing is losing then. Of course, Nosey has done 13 laps on these medium compound tires, so they're not going to be fresh, are they? And oh my goodness me, wow! And Nosey there is forcing him on the outside there. He has positioned the car absolutely beautifully. But I think that do you reckon the move's going to be done here? He has DRS coming up.
I think it'll be done. Well, I'd wait for the DRS. You don't want to go side by side here, but it's playing right into Jamie's hands. On the softer compound tyre as well than Are You Racing. This is bad. This is costly for Are You Racing. It's given the front two a massive advantage, and now around the outside, and the move is, well, is it done? Will Nosey come back on the inside? He is. He's going to have a go. His nose is there. The Are You Racing has the grip, and now Jamie needs to get this move done ASAP. But that has badly hurt Are You Racing in terms of contending with the front, and Jacob now over the back of Blas.
Just on board Jamie there. Oh my goodness me! Wow, is that Jamie there? Almost going into the back of Nosey, and he swoops through and up into 5th position. And then we'll just go on board then with Jacob as he's going on the inside of Blas. He is going on the inside of Blas, but Blas there staying on the outside. That is cracking. We've got a bit of grass on the camera there, but Jacob there coming on the inside down into turn 3. He has done it. He is up into 5th position then. Oh my goodness! But I got to say the battle between Jamie and Nosey there is getting very, very close there. I'm going to be honest. I thought Jamie went to the back of Nosey there, so very good.
Left right-hander.
Yeah, I think it's another one bites the dust at turn 12 there, unfortunately, and that is a big smash there. Oh dear! Oh, and he's up in the air there. This is his front wheel.
Suspension damage.
You know, that's a big old smash there for BP.
Not safety cars. As Nosey's made a mistake. Oh, and Nosey, all three have got through. That really helps out Murphy. Blas and Jacob, as Nosey got all out of shape into the final corner. His tyres are dying as well.
And Jamie's through.
Jamie's
Sorry.
Are
Yeah, and Jamie is now up. Oh, but Are You Racing's coming for the switchback here. But Jamie there is shutting the door, and he is now up into 3rd position there. Are You Racing dropping down to 4th then. Jamie, of course, is on the medium compound tyre, so he does have the quicker tyre as it stands now. So that might come back to help Are You Racing later on down the line there. But Jamie does have the bit between teeth. Talking of the bit between teeth, Yor is flying out there. He's under half a second now away from Navy, and this is the battle for the lead here in Australia. Not that bad in Balco. Thing just coming in the pits actually, and now would be their follow since Coadley is just outside the points 11th position as it stands. And here in
Australia, down, the brakes are nice and warm, but still a bit of a gamble. They should come out ahead of Jamie and Are You Racing. Are You Racing may have another stab at Jamie here, but yeah, that's worked out nicely for them as Andy's car goes for them. So, and Jacob, 6th place, is in the same. Jacob can get a podium here. He's very much on for a podium, which would be an incredible recovery.
All of the back of James White, so Balco not getting any points.
Either. So now everybody will score. 10 drivers left. Where hasn't he done it then?
Oh, and Jacob going on the inside of Dan Murphy, sneaking down the inside. He has passed and moved up into 5th position. And Blas was trying to sneak by Murphy there as well. Murphy a wise old head, isn't he, in the Toro Rosso there, and not letting Blas through just yet. But at the moment, Murphy is really struggling out this battling trio at the moment. Murphy was in the pit.
Dan Murphy going for softs. May as well. I was just about to say, Murphy's got a nice gap between himself and Nosey. He's only going to lose 1 place anyway. And if Blas's tyres start to give him problems late in the race, Dan Murphy could capitalise. So, actually not a bad option here. Great to see him back up there, but I wonder if his tyres may give him grief in the later stages.
Talking of giving grief for the Navy, and Yor's going on the outside there, but Navy there defending very well, and he's given space that Navy has there, but in the end there, Navy still stayed there. My goodness me, that was that would have been an incredible move there. We've had a couple of good moves down there, haven't we, in turn 3? Some brave racing out there in the opening round of season 3 of Elite here in IRC.
He's the fastest driver at the moment. Just needs to get past. If he can get a good run out of turn 2. Oh, who was that? That Navy made a mistake, so he may get a chance here now.
He is indeed, and Navy has gone for the inside. Yor has gone for the outside. He's gone on the outside again. Look at the braking confidence of that man. He is through, and he is up into Navy because Navy is going on the outside, and he's braced in mind. My goodness, Navy is still in the lead. He is on the grass, but Yor puts his toe down. What a move!
Oh, brilliant! Brilliant!
Absolutely fantastic.
How did that not end in an absolute disaster? I do not know. That was absolute, on the edge, on the limit. utmost respect between them both. That was sensational. You've got to find 6 seconds. It's going to be a tough ask. But wow, that was incredible.
Absolutely amazing stuff. I'm going to be honest, when he was flicking it through his Navy there, getting a bit
Navy
of...
penalty.
Yeah,
so yours only got to find 3 seconds now. That makes, although he's still the DRS's Navy, which will help him out, but now yours got just to find 3 seconds to win this race, or will Navy win his first ever Elite League race?
Matt has just said, what a move it is, and Blazer also doing some show jumping there over turn 12. Yeah, that was a cracking move. I gotta say, Blazer's going up the inside. He is going up the inside.
What a move!
Wow, Blazer was not shy there, was he? He stuck his nose there. He got through. He passed Jacob. The pole sits.
I think he's got 9 seconds of penalties, so if Murphy can half that gap, he may. Oh, he's gone! Oh, what a save! No, he's gone! He's out! He's out! Oh, he initially saved it, but too much curve, too much grass. He was pushing too hard. He did not respect the front wing damage. He was literally driving like he just didn't care about it. Caught the understeer on the grass, and now Dan Murphy will definitely have 6th place. What a shame for Jacob. 0 points yet again. Win or bust, as Navy and York now equal on penalties.
Oh, so now this is a race to the line then, and at the moment Yor is going for his 3rd race win of his career here in the Renault, and I gotta say it's been an impressive drive from Yor. It's been an incredible drive from Navy as well. He might be a bit disappointed when he gets out the car, but
now they're equal. I think Navy was taking it easy all the while Yor had those penalties over him. Now they're even Stevens, and now Navy has turned it up because look, he's back in the DRS. We're going to have a fantastic final 2 laps now. Moving outside, they're nose to tail. Navy is just half a second away from his first ever win. Yours an experienced race winner, but he's going to be sweating because Navy, I've got a feeling, has a move in him.
He did, of course, now realistically, I think that there is probably a chance down it for a team that is probably the last major opportunity he has to have a attempt on Yor. He has to keep it neat and clean here. He did take a bit of an acute angle there, didn't he? But he is still within shot at the moment. It's only half a second, isn't it? We have got less than half a lap left of this Australian Grand Prix, and this is going to go right down the wire then. And he's lost it! He's in the wall! He is done! Navy is out of this race! No way! And he will have only 2 points to his name. Yor is now got a clear for us. It's clear, and he's home, and he's going to win the Australian Grand Prix. And Navy there didn't want to go for second. He wanted to win this race, and that is the racer in him as well. And to be honest, you kind of have to commend that, don't you? Yor comes around the final corner, and he wins his 3rd career race in fantastic style. Brilliant stuff from Yor. An absolutely fantastic race. Brilliant stuff indeed. From the Greek man. Absolutely fantastic.
Big shout to Jamie. What a welcome return to the podium. His first podium since his win in Hungary last season.
Brilliant. Yeah, cool. That feels like a long time ago, doesn't it, for Jamie there? And Are You Racing? Incredible drive there from Are You Racing? And that is definitely something to be concerned by for the top. Williams there, 2nd and 3rd. Fantastic. Wow. Murphy there. So Are You Racing doesn't get a podium. We got Murphy in 5th position, I should say. Nosey is coming through to finish in 6th position. Navy, because he was a lap in front of Not That Bad and Co-Andy, he will...
What an incredible start to the Elite League season. A restart, action from start to finish. It's heartbreak for TTG Navy, but it's joy for Yor as he won his 3rd ever career Elite League race and the 1st race of the season, with Jamie back on the podium in 2nd and Blaz incredibly in 3rd place with driver of the day performance. Are You Racing was 4th on his debut. Dan Murphy managed to secure 5th place. Nosey with his best ever Elite League finish as well. TGG Navy managed to secure some points, and a great result as well for Not That Bad, who managed to score some points in his debut. Co-Andy also managed to score points, and despite not finishing as well, it was 1 point for Jacob. Williams lead the constructors after round 1. Renault in 2nd. Racing Point there 16 points in 3rd. Toro Rosso with 10 points. Haas with 8. Red Bull with 6. Alpha 3. Mercedes with 1. Ferrari with nothing so far, along with McLaren. Thank you for watching, guys. The season got off to a fantastic start. Don't forget to keep checking the website for the latest updates and on Facebook and the Twitter accounts as well. We will see you next Wednesday, 7:30 for round 2, the first night race of the season in Bahrain.